Right. Blue Noses, 3 blue boys here. Post-match, Ipswich versus Birmingham City. Birmingham City versus Ipswich, no way you want to say it. 1-1. Frustrating. I don't know about all of you guys, but frustrating because it felt like proper kick in the fucking balls. Probably should have won the game. We were the better team. I think you just said as well, Dan, didn't you, that their penalty was the only shot on target they had all game.
It was.
And they've gone and nicked themselves a point. So, what do we think?
They have, and I think the applause from the Ipswich fans at the end were probably applause of relief, really. Yeah. I think it felt like got like a reaction from their goal, reaction to the penalty as well.
Yeah.
All the more frustrating that it was a penalty. That some have argued that maybe if VAR was in play in the EFL, it probably wouldn't have been given, so it makes it all the frustrating.
Yeah.
Some Blues supporters have argued it probably would have been given by letter of the law, so there's kind of a differing opinion here. But like you say, it doesn't take away from the frustration of the result, does it? Because we weren't really expected to win that game against essentially who are the favourites, not only for all promotion this season in the automatic spots, but for the EFL title as well in the Championship. So it was disappointing. It felt, like I said to you, didn't I, and you said to me post-game as well, that it felt more like a defeat than a draw. But given our feelings and how both teams looked prior to the beginning of the game today, and I said to you and to Dad, didn't I, before the start of the game, I would have taken a point today.
Yeah, I think we all agreed, didn't we, Dad? Like, point to take before the game. If anything, though, based on your prediction, that was a plus.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I wasn't sure that we were going to get anything from it beforehand. I think I said in one of the podcasts I wasn't entirely sure what to expect from them. And they played a little bit like they perhaps did when they were in the Championship last time. There was a little bit of that kind of, counter-attacking. They were getting stuck in, perhaps more than I expected them to. I think in summation for me, it's like my heart says robbed. I thought we played well enough to win the game. Some terrific movement from Kyogo up front, which I didn't expect. Actually,
that was his
I was
best
surprised.
game. That was his best game. Like in pre-season, he was not really there, but today, fucking hell,
he really turned up, didn't he? Today, he caused a lot of problems for Ipswich.
I think he's going to be a proper terrier in the Championship.
I think he will be.
I think so, and obviously the Duck has got to come in as well. Behind him in Stano. So my heart says robbed. It feels it. When the equaliser is so late in such controversial circumstances. But my head says it's the first game of the season. Yeah. It's against the favourites to go up. And also maybe we've just got to learn that we're in the Championship now. And last season, a 1-0 up like that, putting Northampton aside, maybe we'd have got away with it 9 times out of 10. Yeah. In this division, it's not going to be so easy. I would agree with that.
I mean, even like, they didn't have anything in the game, did they? It was, one shot on target and that was the penalty. But even when they would have flurries and they had possession for a period, they look more dangerous. The reason is because it's the speed of play, but also it takes less passes for them to move up the pitch and get into dangerous areas. And we didn't come across that really much last season at all, other than probably the Newcastle game and 1 or 2 others. But again, the overall reaction is we'll take a point because, it's better than none. But at the same time, the way we played and, it is just a fucking shitter, and it is.
It's horrible, isn't it?
Yeah, you come away from a game like that, and we've conceded late, and it's just like, and the way the way they celebrated, I don't know how it looked like on TV or what anybody else thinks, but they knew they got away with that tonight.
I had a perception that their players was applauding their travelling fans, which is great to see, from any away team, but they looked a bit sheepish.
Yeah,
they did. I mean, how other people's perception, I don't know, but that it just looked like. We've kind of realised that we've got away with that one to a degree. Yeah. But we've just got to take it on the chin, haven't we? As we said we would do, and we've got to move on to the next one after that and learn the lessons as best we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's probably more than good for anything else that we've come up against essentially 2 of really what the bookies are favoured, 2 of the best teams in the division this season, and odds-on favourites for automatic promotion, as I mentioned before, for the EFL title and the Championship as well, other than maybe Southampton. They've been placed very high in there as well, and we've played as well as we have. We've controlled the game very well. Some good periods of play, and particularly around about the time of the Stansfield goal as well. Yeah. I didn't think Ipswich were really in the game. They weren't really offering. I think they were essentially really pinned back in that half, weren't they, really? Kyogo turned well. created something out of nothing, really,
Yeah.
which I think you
we won
touched
it
on,
back
Joe,
from a
as
hard
well.
press, didn't we?
I think we did, actually, to be fair. And I think you mentioned as well, Joe, that he kind of spent a lot of his time at Celtic doing that as well.
Yeah.
But of course, who would you want more than on spot following up? Jay Stansfield straight in
Yeah,
there.
they're
And it's
really
great
good,
for him, isn't it? Because he's opened up his account now for the
know-
season. The nerves have dropped for him now. So
Well, he's off the
Brilliant.
mark. You know, when he scored though, like, because they all stopped in the box, their defenders did, and I was like, I didn't know whether to get up and celebrate, because I was like, oh, is it going to be pulled up for offside? Like, because they all stopped.
I was kind of expecting that for a minute, but then when the goal went
Yeah.
in, and I didn't see any reaction from the referee.
Yeah.
Because a couple of their players did turn to the linesman for a moment.
Yeah, I thought there was some shit going on.
But then if you're, because they virtually had near enough a man near the post, near the opposite post, near to where Kyogo was, he would have been keeping Stansfield on side anyway, because Stansfield was behind Kyogo to start with anyway. So it was a good goal, well taken. A little bit of an awkward bounce, but he controlled it really well into the roof of the net.
Yeah.
Well happy for Stano.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there will be a lot of like post-mortem activity about the referee's performance. We spent a lot of last season.
Yeah.
A lot of people saying, God, it'll be fucking brilliant when we get out of League One because we don't have to put a shite referee.
We're just back to the same shit again, aren't we?
Only for it to.
we got
to
fucked in the
happen
arse
again.
last season. Now we're just completely annihilated again.
Yeah.
It's just getting we're getting fucked underground this season. It's that bad.
Yeah. So I don't know. I haven't seen the replay of the penalty, but there seems to be, even from some Ipswich fans that I've seen commenting online, saying that was a bit tough. Like it was a bit soft in that respect. It may well be that under the laws of the game that it was right to give it, and like VAR wouldn't have overruled it, but it seems out of keeping with the way the game went to me. But that's football, isn't it?
It is. You've just got to roll with it. You've got to take the rush with the smooth. And it was like Chris Davis was saying in his post-match interview with Sky Sports, on another day, we'll get that and we'll be owed one from that and we'll take it.
Yeah.
It swings and roundabouts, but then he is right in what he says as well in the same interview, is that you won't see many penalties look like that and be given this weekend.
No.
He knows it's hard, it's done by harsh, but he also knows it's opening game of the season against one of the best teams in the division. We've played well, we controlled the game, and quite honestly, we deserved the win. And frankly, any Ipswich Town fan who thinks they deserved anything that are fucking joking themselves, because they didn't.
Yeah, definitely just after the game, I might get up tomorrow and look at some stuff and whatever, and the weekend goes by and might think, maybe they should. But based on what we saw, they I don't know, man.
I don't think they played poorly. I don't think they played poorly, but they just didn't offer anything.
Yeah, that's it. Like, there was nothing.
There was no end product to some of their
even at half
passages of
time,
play.
this is it. Like I was saying, like at half time, like if anyone's gonna nick this, it's probably gonna be us at that point, because like we just looked like we had a bit of the edge, like probably the home crowd and all the rest of it, and the momentum of like us winning, them losing a lot last season. It makes sense.
They look like a team short on attacking options, which is what I was saying to both of you before the game.
Well, you were saying it in the last episode, weren't you?
They just, exactly. He's not in the squad. Ed not in the right place and all that. I think this is why they would have gone after. If they are going to get him Tuber Akpom, they'll need other recruits to kind of make them a better proposition going forward. But that's not our concern now. Fuck it, we're not playing them again till next year. We move on to the next game, don't we?
Yeah,
we do. We'll be at Blackburn next weekend, and obviously Sheffield United before that in the cup.
Cup game Wednesday.
Yeah,
and then 7,000 going up north to Blackburn on Saturday. So that'll be a good occasion, I think. So
absolutely.
Yeah, it's one of them. Don't know what you guys think watching, but I feel like we not dropped points there, but we probably should have been the team that's taking 3.
Yeah, definitely feel hard done by, don't we?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, but as you say, Dad, it's football. On to the next, on to Saturday. So we'll catch you guys on the next podcast or post-match reaction. Keep well and keep right on, and we'll see you next time.
Keep right on.
Peace.